Most countries in Europe have changed names, borders, or disappeared altogether. But Bulgaria is different. Since it was first founded in the year 681, Bulgaria is the only European country that has never changed its name. Even after centuries under Byzantine and Ottoman rule, the name Bulgaria has always remained. That quiet strength lives on, not just in books, but in the mountains, valleys, and villages that have stood for centuries. This is a land of golden plains, deep forests, turquoise seas, and towns where cobblestone streets wind through stories older than most countries. From the misty peaks of Rila to the sunlit coast of the Black Sea, Bulgaria is full of quiet beauty and untouched charm. So, what makes this country feel both ancient and alive, peaceful yet full of surprises? And why do so few travelers know about the treasures waiting here? Stay with me and let Bulgaria show you the magic hidden in its hills, waters, and time-worn stones. The 7 Rila lakes were carved by glaciers during the last ice age, thousands of years ago. They are located at elevations between 2,100 and 2,500 meters in the Rila Mountains. Each lake has a unique shape and depth. For example, Okoto is the deepest at 37.5 meters. The lakes are connected by small streams and waterfalls, creating a chain of water bodies. Names like the Tear and the Eye reflect the lake's distinct features and shapes. During winter, the lakes freeze with ice layers reaching up to 2 meters thick. These glacial lakes serve as natural reservoirs, feeding the German River downstream. Summer months offer the safest and most stable conditions for visitors. The lakes provide clear evidence of the glacial forces that shape the Rila landscape. Now, before we move on to the next destination, here's a fun question for you. Which mountain is the highest in Bulgaria? Comment your answer below. According to ancient Greek myth, Queen Rhodope and King Haemus dared to compare themselves to Zeus and Hera and were turned into mountains. That's how the Rhodope Mountains got their name, and even now, their reddish slopes still carry the color of legend. Spanning over 14,000 square kilometers in southern Bulgaria, this massif is one of the oldest and most mysterious in Europe. The terrain is rugged but rolling, with high ridges, deep valleys, and peaks like Golium Perelik, reaching over 7,100 feet. For centuries, its thick forests and hidden paths were a refuge, first for Thracians, then for Slavic villagers escaping Ottoman rule. Even today, remote communities here still follow ancient customs passed down over generations. The mountains also serve as a natural shield, blocking cold northern winds from reaching the Aegean and trapping warm southern air inside. The Arda River winds through the massif, feeding hydroelectric lakes and carving a path through untouched wilderness. In the southeast, volcanic rocks give rise to lead and zinc mines, quietly fueling industry beneath the land where myth and memory never fade. If you are watching this, please click the subscribe button in the corner of the screen. It's completely free, but means a lot to us. Belogradchik, with its majestic rock formations and thousand-year-old traces, invites you on a journey to explore not only nature, but also the deep history of humanity. This small town sits quietly in northwestern Bulgaria, nestled at the foothills of the Balkan Mountains. Its most famous feature, the Belogradchik rocks, stretch for about 30 kilometers and rise as high as 100 meters, creating a dramatic natural fortress. These colorful sandstone and conglomerate rocks have been shaped over millions of years, standing like silent guardians of the land. Belogradchik itself has a rich history, from Roman times to the medieval Bulgarian empires, and later centuries under Ottoman rule. The impressive Belogradchik fortress blends with the natural rocks, a reminder of battles fought and lives lived in this land. Visitors come to walk among these rocks and feel the connection between earth, history, and human spirit. Belogradchik is more than a beautiful place. It's a living museum where nature and history meet to tell a timeless story. Centuries ago, a fierce river seemed determined to erase all attempts to cross it, until a brave builder faced a dark pact. The Devil's Bridge carries a legend woven through Bulgarian folklore about a builder named Dimitar, who made a deal with the devil himself. Constructed between 1515 and 1518, the bridge was built to connect key regions despite the river's violent currents. Locals believed the site was cursed, as previous bridges had been swept away or destroyed. According to myth, the devil demanded the builder's wife's shadow be trapped within the walls to complete the task. Dimitar agreed, but outwitted the devil by cleverly hiding his image within the stonework, making it both visible and invisible. Today, visitors can see the devil's face reflected in the river below, if they look closely just before noon on a sunny day. Perperikon rises dramatically on a cliff in the Rhodope Mountains, standing nearly 500 meters above sea level. Its stone halls and altars were carved by ancient hands more than 2,000 years ago, dedicated to sun worship. The rituals here blended fire and wine, believed to open channels between the mortal world and the divine. Legends say that powerful prophecies spoken from this very altar shaped the fates of Alexander the Great and Julius Caesar. Over centuries, the sanctuary transformed into a fortified city, complete with palaces and defensive walls. The Thracian tribe known as the Bessi once called this place their royal residence, blending myth with history. Romans later added their mark of luxury before invading Goths destroyed much of the city in 378 AD. By the 5th century, Christianity had replaced old rites, turning Perperikon into an important religious center once again. Today, its ruins stand as a silent witness to millennia of faith, power, and mystery. Batak Reservoir lies more than 1,000 meters above sea level, framed by the rolling peaks of southern Bulgaria. Created to provide hydroelectric power and irrigation, the lake quickly became a magnet for anglers and outdoor lovers. The surrounding forests teem with wildlife, while hiking paths lead to breathtaking views of the mountains. In winter, snow blankets the landscape for months, turning the area into a quiet retreat for skiers and nature walkers. Boating, jet skiing, and water wheel rides add excitement to summer days on the lake's calm surface. Nearby, resorts offer cozy lodging and easy access to the reservoir's serene beaches and forested shores. Fishermen prize this spot for its rich populations of trout and carp, drawn by the clean mountain waters. For those seeking peace or adventure, Batak blends untouched nature with recreational charm. Every season reveals a new side of the Rhodope's wild heart, framed by crystal waters and sky-high peaks. Perched along Bulgaria's southern Black Sea coast, Sozopol is one of the oldest towns in the country. It began as a Greek colony named Apollonia in 610 BC and quickly grew into a center of trade and culture. Roman forces destroyed it in 72 BC, but its spirit lived on through centuries of rebuilding and renewal. By the 1st century AD, it was known as Sozopolis, the city of salvation. Today, its cobbled streets, seaside cliffs, and preserved 18th century homes attract visitors from around the world. Its old town has been declared an architectural and archaeological reserve, filled with Orthodox churches and hidden courtyards. Each September, Sozopol comes alive with the Apollonia Festival, celebrating art, film, and its ancient roots. The town is a blend of Balkan charm and Mediterranean rhythm, with seafood taverns, warm sunsets, and a timeless atmosphere. More than a beach resort, Sozopol is a living museum where the past meets the sea in every stone and wave. Is Sozopol on your travel list now? Comment 1 if you've already been there, or 2 if it's jumped to the top of your must-see spots. Perched high above the Troyan Pass, a concrete arch stands tall against the sky, visible for miles, silent but unignorable. This is the Arch of Liberty, a 37-meter monument honoring the Bulgarian-Russian alliance that changed the course of the nation. It marks the site where, in 1878, Russian forces helped liberate Bulgaria from centuries of Ottoman rule. A second date, 1944, is etched into its stone, commemorating the Soviet arrival during World War II, a moment still debated in Bulgarian memory. Towering figures sculpted into the arch represent generals and soldiers, their faces fixed in fierce resolve, their stories carved into national consciousness. From this height, the view stretches in all directions. To the south, the Rhodopes and Sredna Gora. To the north, the Troyan Valley and its quiet villages. To stand here is to look not only at the landscape, but at Bulgaria's 20th century soul. Tsarevets Fortress rises 206 meters above Veliko Tarnovo, guarding the city like it did over 800 years ago. This stronghold was the heart of Bulgaria's Second Empire, built in the 12th century to protect kings and their people. Inside the walls, you'll find ruins of more than 400 houses and 18 churches, showing how lively the fortress once was. The royal palace stood at the center, home to kings such as Petar, Asen, and Ivan Asen II, who ruled with power and pride. The fortress was famous for its strength, but in 1393, after a siege lasting 3 months, Ottoman forces captured and burned it down. Restoration started in 1930 and finished in 1981, bringing back much of the fortress's original shape for visitors to explore. Tsarevets Fortress stands as a reminder of Bulgaria's royal past and the struggles that shape this land. Pomorie is a peaceful seaside town today, but it has lived through centuries of change and conflict. It was first founded by the ancient Greeks and later became an important Roman trade center. Over the years, it was ruled by empires, attacked by invaders, and rebuilt many times. In 917, it was the site of a major battle where Bulgarian Tsar Simeon the Great defeated a much larger Byzantine army. The town's name changed with each era: Greek, Latin, Turkish, and finally the Bulgarian Pomorie, meaning by the sea. During the Ottoman period, it was a religious and cultural hub, home to noble families and two patriarchs of Constantinople. Tragedy struck in 1906 when much of the town was burned down during violent anti-Greek attacks. After World War I, Bulgarian refugees settled here, and Pomorie became known for its salt and wine production. Today, visitors can still see signs of its past, from ancient tombs to quiet monasteries, whispers of a history that stretches back thousands of years. We get our info from many sources. If you spot something off or want to add more, drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Did you know that in 2024, Sunny Beach in Bulgaria was named one of the top 100 most beautiful beaches in the world? What was once just a stretch of wild sand has blossomed into a vibrant seaside paradise, bringing new life to the Balkan coast. Sunny Beach was created in 1958 as a simple weekend getaway for Bulgarian families. Since then, it has grown into the largest resort on the entire Black Sea coast. It welcomes millions of visitors every year with hotels, restaurants, music venues, and even casinos. Over the years, Sunny Beach grew fast. By 1989, it had over 100 hotels and more than 130 places to eat, relax, and dance. It's a lively place with a rich history, vibrant culture, and stunning scenery, making it one of Europe's most exciting coastal destinations. More than 2,000 years ago, the city we now call Sofia was known as Serdica, a strong Roman fortress that faced invasions from the Huns, Slavs, and the Byzantine Empire. This small city has seen many battles and changes, leaving behind a fascinating treasure of history. During the construction of Sofia's metro, workers uncovered extensive Roman ruins, ancient streets, walls, and even an amphitheater, hidden just beneath the surface. Serdica served as a key hub in the Roman Empire, connecting trade routes and military campaigns. In the 9th century, the city became part of the First Bulgarian Empire and was renamed Tsarevets, turning into an important cultural and administrative center. The Ottomans captured the city in 1382, ruling for nearly 400 years, and adding landmarks like the Banya Bashi Mosque, still standing as a symbol of that era. After liberation from Ottoman rule in 1878, Sofia was chosen as the capital of the new Bulgarian state, sparking rapid development and growth. Nestled at the foot of Mount Vitosha, the city offers natural beauty alongside layers of history stretching back millennia. More than 3,000 years ago, a tiny island on the Black Sea became a crossroads of civilizations, shaping a city unlike any other. Today, this place stands as one of Europe's oldest continuously inhabited settlements. Originally founded by the Thracians, this city later became a prized Greek colony, unique as the only Dorian settlement on the Bulgarian coast. It flourished as a busy trading hub, minting its own coins as early as the 5th century BC. Under Roman rule, it retained special privileges and continued to thrive. The medieval period turned the city into a strategic fortress, fiercely contested by Byzantines and Bulgarians. Its many churches, dating from the 5th to the 14th centuries, showcase remarkable medieval architecture and religious artistry. Even under Ottoman rule, its cultural heritage remained vibrant. Archaeologists have uncovered layers of history beneath the city's surface, including remains of temples, fortifications, and ancient marketplaces. Despite battles and changing rulers, the city never lost its spirit or importance. A fortress carved by time, standing proud atop a rocky plateau, Ovech's walls whisper stories of ancient battles and resilience. First built in the 3rd century, this stronghold became a vital military and cultural center over many centuries. Its sheer cliffs, rising up to 25 meters, acted as a natural defense, making the fortress nearly impossible to conquer. Different empires left their mark here, from the Thracians and Romans to Byzantines and Ottomans. Archaeologists have uncovered the remains of 3 medieval churches, showing the fortress's religious importance during the Second Bulgarian Kingdom. Rainwater was collected in 13 ancient cisterns, a clever way to survive long sieges. One of Ovech's most fascinating features was a long bridge that once connected it to a nearby plateau, linking the fortress to surrounding lands. The fortress was a witness to Tsar Ivailo's rebellion and battles led by knights from Western Europe. Ovech stands as a powerful reminder of Bulgaria's turbulent past and its enduring spirit. Rising majestically over the capital, Alexander Nevsky Cathedral is a stunning tribute to courage and freedom. Built to honor Russian soldiers who helped free Bulgaria from Ottoman rule, its massive dome reaches nearly 50 meters high. The cathedral's design is a bold example of Neo-Byzantine architecture, blending Eastern Orthodox traditions with European influences. Over 5,000 people can gather inside its vast halls, surrounded by mosaics, gold-plated icons, and intricate frescoes created by Bulgarian and international artists. Construction began shortly after Bulgaria's liberation in 1882 and took decades to complete, reflecting a period of national rebirth. Its gleaming golden domes shine as a symbol of faith and resilience throughout the city. The cathedral was briefly renamed during World War I, but soon reclaimed its original dedication to Alexander Nevsky, a revered Russian prince and military leader. Today, it remains one of the Balkans' largest Orthodox churches and a beacon of Bulgarian identity. Tucked into the Balkan Mountains, Shipka Memorial Church honors a moment in history that changed Bulgaria forever. Built from 1885 to 1902, the church was created to remember those who died in the brutal Shipka Pass battles of 1877 to 78. Its golden domes and tall bell tower, rising 53 meters high, reflect the Russian Orthodox style of the 17th century. The crypt beneath Shipka Memorial Church holds their remains, preserved in stone sarcophagi as a sacred tribute. Built on the 25th anniversary of the battle, the church became a symbol of unity between Bulgaria and its liberators. Its remote location, surrounded by forested slopes, gives it a sense of peace and timeless reverence. Varna sits on Bulgaria's Black Sea coast and is the country's third largest city. Behind Varna, the Dobrudjansko Plateau rises more than 1,000 feet, giving the city a dramatic natural shield. This city began as Odessus, a Greek colony founded over 2,500 years ago, later becoming part of the Roman and Bulgarian empires. In the 13th century, Varna thrived as a trading hub with cities like Venice and Genoa, shaping its rich cultural mix. Near Varna's coast are famous resorts such as Golden Sands and Balchik, the latter once a favorite summer retreat for Romanian royalty. In 1444, a battle near Varna ended with the defeat of the last Christian crusaders by Ottoman forces, marking a turning point in history. Varna blends modern boulevards, parks by the sea, and long sandy beaches with deep layers of history all around. For anyone visiting Bulgaria's coast, Varna offers a special mix of culture, history, and beautiful seaside views to enjoy. Veliko Tarnovo is known as the historical capital of the Second Bulgarian Empire, founded in 1885. It rose to prominence when brothers Asen and Peter led a revolt that ended Byzantine control over the region. The city's unique position on three hills overlooking the Yantra River made it a natural fortress and royal residence. Veliko Tarnovo became a cultural center with a distinctive architectural style and a flourishing school of painting and literature. The city remained the heart of Bulgarian identity until the Ottoman conquest in 1393, when it was besieged and captured. During the 18th and 19th centuries, Veliko Tarnovo revived as a center of Bulgarian intellectual life and revolutionary activity. After liberation in 1878, it briefly served as Bulgaria's capital and hosted the assembly that adopted the Tarnovo Constitution. Walking through the old town today reveals layers of medieval and revival architecture that tell the story of Bulgaria's past. The Freedom Monument on Shipka Peak commemorates the 1877 battle where vastly outnumbered Bulgarian and Russian troops held the pass. This battle was crucial in the Russo-Turkish War, helping to turn the tide toward Bulgaria's liberation from Ottoman rule. The monument, completed in 1934, stands 32 meters tall and resembles a medieval fortress guarding the Balkan Mountains. A powerful bronze lion, Bulgaria's national symbol, watches over the entrance, embodying courage and strength. Statues of Bulgarian and Russian soldiers honor the alliance that fought side by side during the fierce struggle. The museum within displays weapons, medals, and documents, preserving the memory of those who fought for freedom. Climbing the 890 steps to the top rewards visitors with panoramic views of the battlefield and surrounding mountains. The monument remains a powerful symbol of resilience, reminding Bulgarians and visitors alike of the cost of independence. High in the Pirin Mountains, a hidden gem has quietly become the Balkans' premier winter playground. Bansko rises to nearly 3,000 feet above sea level, surrounded by ancient pine forests and shimmering alpine lakes. This mountain town has transformed from a quiet village to a bustling ski resort, attracting visitors across Europe. Each winter, fresh powder blanket slopes that stretch over 75 kilometers, offering runs for beginners and experts alike. Modern gondolas whisk skiers swiftly up to breathtaking views where the cold air smells of pine and snow. Beyond the ski season, natural hot springs nearby invite relaxation amid crisp mountain breezes. The cost here remains surprisingly affordable compared to famous resorts in France or Switzerland, making it a favorite for many seeking both quality and value. Local festivals celebrate the changing seasons, blending traditional Bulgarian culture with outdoor adventure. Bansko isn't just a place to ski. It's a destination where nature's beauty and warm hospitality create lasting memories. Dormition of the Mother of God Cathedral in Varna is the largest church in the city and the third largest in Bulgaria. The foundation stone was laid in 1880 by Bulgarian Prince Alexander during a public ceremony. Builders used local stone, including material from old city walls around Varna, for the cathedral structure. Its design was modeled after a church in Peterhof Palace and was initially planned by an architect from Odessa. The six-year construction ended in 1886, with the roof completed shortly before the first service. Between 1941 and 1943, the bell tower was added, rising 38 meters above the ground. In 2000, the copper domes were restored and gilded, renewing Varna's iconic cathedral silhouette. Lake Muratovo lies at 2,230 meters elevation in Bulgaria's northern Pirin Mountains. Its crystal-clear surface reflects the surrounding mountain peaks, creating spectacular mirrored views. This glacial lake formed during the last ice age, shaping its deep and pure waters. Covering over 12 daycares, Muratovo is the largest lake in the nearby cluster of Bandarishki lakes. The nearby peaks of Muratov and Hovoynati frame the tranquil waters of Lake Muratovo. Hunting and fishing are strictly forbidden to preserve the delicate ecosystem of Muratovo Lake. Visitors come for hiking, photography, and to experience the calming mountain atmosphere. Koprivshtitsa is a historic Bulgarian town nestled in the Tsarevets Mountains. The town is renowned for its well-preserved 19th century Bulgarian National Revival architecture. More than 380 authentic houses and monuments showcase traditional craftsmanship unique to Koprivshtitsa. This town was a crucial center during the 1876 April Uprising against Ottoman rule. Museums in Koprivshtitsa display ethnographic artifacts, traditional costumes, and historical weapons. The National Festival of Bulgarian Folklore, held here every 5 years, attracts thousands of performers. Koprivshtitsa's colorful wooden houses and stone buildings offer a vivid glimpse into Bulgaria's past. Today, Koprivshtitsa continues to celebrate Bulgarian folk music and culture, drawing visitors year-round. Golden Sands, located on Bulgaria's northern Black Sea coast, carries a history that dates back to ancient times. This area was once home to dense old-growth forests, mentioned by Roman writers and surrounded by ruins of a fortress from the 4th century. Over time, the region transformed from a quiet, wild coastline into a bustling resort, but much of the surrounding nature park remains protected. The sand at Golden Sands is famous for its pure quartz crystals, shining brightly under the sun. Hot mineral springs close by have drawn visitors for centuries, offering natural healing and relaxation. This balance between lively tourism and preserved nature makes Golden Sands a unique destination on the Black Sea. Lake Dospat is the second largest reservoir in Bulgaria by capacity, covering around 22 square kilometers in the Rhodope Mountains. The lake supplies water for hydroelectric power plants downstream, including Teshel and Devon, as part of Bulgaria's major energy system. The surrounding forests are dominated by spruce and fir trees, creating dense woodlands that support a variety of wildlife species. Lake Dospat is stocked with trout, perch, carp, and catfish, making it a popular destination for sport fishing throughout the year. Access to the lake is limited by mountain roads, some rough and challenging, which helps preserve its natural unspoiled character. The lake and its environment are an important ecological zone, combining hydroelectric utility with biodiversity and recreational opportunities. Chudnite Mostove, meaning wonderful bridges, are natural rock formations in the Rhodope Mountains. These stone arches formed after the collapse of a large underground cave carved by the Prohodna River. The largest bridge is nearly 100 meters long and has 3 impressive arches, with the tallest reaching 45 meters. A smaller bridge stands about 200 meters downstream, measuring 60 meters in length and 30 meters high. According to local legend, a dragon once lived near the village of Zabardo and made cracks in the rocks escaping underground. The villagers supposedly trapped the dragon by sending it a burning donkey filled with tinder. Chudnite Mostove were declared a natural landmark by the Bulgarian government in 1949. The Pirin Range stretches 80 kilometers long and reaches a peak height of 2,914 meters at Virin. This mountain hosts Europe's southernmost glaciers, called Snezhanka and Bansko Suhodol. Archaeological evidence shows human settlements in the area since prehistoric times, including Thracian artifacts. The mountain's name likely comes from Perun, the Slavic god of thunder, or from a Thracian word meaning rocky mountain. During the Middle Ages, the region was contested by the Bulgarian and Byzantine empires. In the late 14th century, the Ottoman Empire conquered the area but faced frequent local uprisings. The northern part is protected as a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1983 due to its biodiversity and cultural importance. Rare tree species include Macedonian pine and Bosnian pine, while wildlife includes bears, wolves, and chamois. The mountain continues to be a key location for hiking, conservation, and historical research. The Buzludzha Monument sits on Buzludzha Peak in central Bulgaria, originally 1,441 meters high. In the 1970s, engineers reduced the peak by 9 meters using explosives to build a stable base for the monument. Designed by architect Georgy Stoilov, the monument was completed in 1981 at a cost equivalent to $35 million. It commemorates the secret socialist meeting in 1891 near Buzludzha that led to the founding of the Bulgarian Social Democratic Party. After the fall of communism in 1989, the monument was abandoned and became unsafe for visitors. Currently closed, preservation projects aim to restore it and create a museum of Bulgarian history. Buzludzha remains a striking symbol of Bulgaria's 20th century political struggles and architecture. Its unusual shape and location on the mountain peak attract visitors and photographers worldwide. Did you know the highest mountain in the entire Balkan Peninsula is named from a word meaning near God, or place of prayer? Rising to nearly 3,000 meters, Musala Peak has long inspired awe and reverence. For centuries, it marked a natural boundary and spiritual symbol in this part of Europe. Covered with dense forests of Macedonian pine and Bulgarian fir on its slopes, the peak hosts rare wildlife like the elusive wall creeper bird. In 1960, a cosmic ray research station was built at its summit, drawing scientists eager to study the universe from one of Europe's coldest spots. Temperatures here drop below freezing for most of the year, and snow blankets the land for over half the calendar. From the top, the view stretches over nearly all major Bulgarian mountain ranges, a breathtaking panorama untouched by time. This peak is not just a natural wonder, but a guardian of history, nature, and science combined. Imagine standing on a tower that rises high above the mountain clouds, offering a view that stretches all the way to the shimmering Aegean Sea on clear days. Snezhanka Tower is a symbol of modern Bulgaria, blending technology and tourism high in the Rhodope Mountains. Built with reinforced concrete, it serves both as a broadcasting station and a beloved observation point. Visitors can take an elevator up or drive close to the top, where a cozy cafe awaits with panoramic views. This tower changed the way locals and travelers experience the region, turning a remote mountain peak into a place for gathering and reflection. The 360-degree terrace reveals the overlapping silhouettes of three mountain ranges, each with its own story and legend. The tower's presence adds a unique rhythm to the region, where ancient nature meets contemporary life. It has become a favorite spot for both peaceful contemplation and capturing unforgettable photos. There is a waterfall that flows continuously, never drying up, even when storms are far away or summer days are long and dry. At 39 meters tall, Goritsa Waterfall is one of the jewels nestled within the vast mountain range nearby. It falls freely in a stunning plunge, sending mist into the air and creating a peaceful, cool atmosphere around it. The river that feeds it gathers waters from the surrounding rocky summits, carving a natural masterpiece over thousands of years. Batak Reservoir was built between 1964 and 1974 at an altitude close to 2,000 meters. It is the main storage facility in Bulgaria's largest hydropower cascade, with a total capacity of nearly 1,600 megawatts. Water is collected from three major river basins, through a network of channels stretching over 160 kilometers, including 51 kilometers underground. In 1989, the reservoir was completely drained for dam repairs and upgrades related to the Chira hydropower plant. Operations resumed normally after 2 years of reconstruction. Belmiken remains a key component of Bulgaria's renewable energy infrastructure. Rila is the oldest mountain range in the Balkans, formed hundreds of millions of years ago. Its highest peak, Musala, rises to 2,925 meters, making it the tallest in Southeast Europe. The mountain is mainly composed of granite and metamorphic rocks such as mica schist and gneiss. Glacial activity during the last ice age sculpted U-shaped valleys, cirques, and sharp peaks. The region contains extensive forests and hosts many endemic plant and animal species. Rila National Park and nature reserves protect the mountain's diverse ecosystems. It is a popular area for hiking, skiing, and spa tourism, centered on its natural hot springs. Rila represents a rare combination of geological complexity and ecological richness in Europe. Constructed between 1957 and 1963, Kardzhali Reservoir holds nearly 540 million cubic meters of water behind a large dam on the Arda River. It is Bulgaria's second-largest reservoir by volume and an essential part of the Arda hydropower cascade, generating electricity for the region. Located in the rugged Rhodope Mountains at 331 meters elevation, the reservoir benefits from forested slopes and diverse wildlife around its shores. The reservoir supports local agriculture by providing irrigation, transforming nearby fields, and boosting food production. European perch were introduced to the lake to improve fish stocks, making the reservoir a popular spot for anglers. Kardzhali Reservoir exemplifies how human engineering and natural surroundings can create a place of energy, leisure, and history. Two giant openings in the ceiling of a Bulgarian cave stare down like the eyes of a forgotten god. These God's Eyes, as they're called, make Prohodna one of the most visually striking natural landmarks in the Balkans. Carved by erosion during the Quaternary period, the cave stretches 262 meters long, making it the longest natural tunnel in Bulgaria. The symmetrical ceiling holes, each letting in beams of daylight, cast an eerie cathedral-like glow over the rock floor. Prehistoric tools and traces of fire found inside confirm that humans sheltered here as early as the Neolithic and Chalcolithic eras. Its 45-meter-tall big entrance is not only impressive, but has become a favorite spot for bungee jumping. The cave was famously featured in the 1988 film Time of Violence, where a priest prays solemnly under the eyes. Prohodna is part of the Karlokovo Gorge in the Iskar-Panega Geological Park, a hotspot for spelunkers and nature lovers alike. Hidden in the quiet folds of the eastern Rhodope Mountains, Diadovtsi is a village almost forgotten by time. Once a lively rural community, it now lies largely abandoned, overgrown with wild trees and scattered ruins. Only 7 kilometers north of Ardino, the village once thrived on traditional mountain life, small-scale farming, livestock, and neighborly ties. Today, collapsed roofs and ivy-covered stone walls are all that remain of homes that once rang with human voices. Satellite images and recent visits confirm that the area has no permanent residents and barely any infrastructure left. Some houses stand eerily intact, while others have vanished under layers of moss and decay. It's a haunting example of Bulgaria's rural depopulation, especially in hard-to-reach mountain settlements. Despite its current silence, Dyadovtsi still holds traces of old Rhodope architecture and the memory of simpler seasonal lives. Most people pass through Burgas without realizing how much history is buried beneath its streets. Long before it became a modern port, this place was a Roman colony called Deultum, built for soldiers who had finished their service. It sat along the Via Pontica, a major Roman road that once connected the empire's coastal cities. Later, the Byzantines and Bulgarians fought for control here, building fortresses, watchtowers, and even royal baths used by emperors. One of the most important battles happened nearby in 1304, when Bulgarian forces defeated the Byzantines and secured this part of the coast. During the Ottoman period, Burgas became a center for trade, especially for grain, and its port grew busier each year. After Bulgaria's independence, the railway and harbor upgrades turned it into one of the country's key industrial cities. Today, Burgas blends its history with calm beaches, a breezy sea garden, and wide open spaces where locals relax by the water. It's a city shaped by centuries of change, but still grounded in the stories that made it. Few places in Europe still feel untouched, but here, nature writes its own quiet poetry. Shkorpilovtsi is home to the longest and widest beach on the entire Bulgarian Black Sea coast, nearly 13 kilometers of soft, golden sand. It's the rhythm of waves, the hush of pine forests, and the call of seabirds. The clean sea air mingles with the scent of oak and conifer trees, creating a climate that's both healing and serene. Shkorpilovtsi may not be famous, but for those who find it, it often becomes the place they quietly return to again and again. In one of Bulgaria's oldest legends, 40 Bulgarian girls tied their hair together and leapt into the Black Sea from these cliffs to avoid capture by the Ottomans. That act of defiance, said to be led by a girl named Kaliakra, gave this rocky cape both its name and its soul. Cape Kaliakra stretches 2 kilometers into the sea, ending in 70-meter-high cliffs that drop straight into the water. Long before the Ottomans came, the Thracians had already built walls here, walls that still stand, silent but defiant. Through the Middle Ages, warriors, nobles, and dreamers all walked this same rugged path. But it's not only stories carved in stone. Dolphins glide just below the cliffs, and rare birds soar above, following ancient migration routes. The name itself, Kaliakra, comes from Greek, meaning beautiful headland, and once seen, it's never forgotten. In one of the cape's cool, shaded caves, a small museum now keeps the treasures found in this sacred ground. Cape Kaliakra is more than just a view. It's a place where Bulgaria's spirit lives, braided tight with history, sacrifice, and sea air. What if I told you Europe had a coastline with over 300 hours of sunshine a month, but no one talks about it? Bulgaria's Black Sea coast stretches 378 kilometers, offering white and golden beaches untouched by the usual tourist flood. Unlike the flashy Mediterranean, this coast keeps a slower pace, perfect for travelers who prefer warmth without the crowds. In summer, the air hovers around 28 degrees Celsius, while the sea invites with waters as warm as 26 degrees Celsius, especially between June and August. Nearly a third of the shoreline, 130 kilometers, is pure sand, ideal for gentle walks and quiet swims. Before 1989, it was called the Red Riviera under communist tourism, but today, it's simply the peaceful Bulgarian Riviera. Fishing villages, vineyards, and quiet coves dot the coast, adding charm without concrete and crowds. It's a coastal escape for those who want sea breezes, warm evenings, and the sound of waves instead of noise. At first glance, Vitosha looks like a simple green dome, but its story is written in ancient fire and stone. This mountain rose from volcanic origins, shaped by magma and folded rock layers millions of years ago. It's not just the highest part of the Shrednogori system, it's also home to Bulgaria's oldest nature park, created in 1934. Cherny Vra, or Black Peak, crowns the massif at 2,290 meters, often dusted with snow and battered by wind even in summer. Beneath its forests lies Dulata, Bulgaria's longest cave, with over 18 kilometers of winding passages carved by underground rivers. The stone rivers, like Chudnite Mostove, once glacial moraines, now spill down the slopes in ribbons of lichen-covered boulders. The park contains over 1,500 species of higher plants and dozens of rare fungi, orchids, and mosses, an entire world packed into just 266 square kilometers. Thanks to its proximity to Sofia, Vitosha serves not just as an escape for city dwellers, but as a vital ecological sanctuary on the capital's doorstep. The Asparuhov Bridge in Varna is more than just a way to get across the water. It connects the Asparuhov district to the rest of the city, stretching over 2 kilometers long and rising 50 meters high. Built in the 1970s, it was finished ahead of schedule and opened with a big ceremony. Each day, around 10,000 cars and trucks travel across it. It's also a popular spot for bungee jumping, and sadly, it's known as a place where some have taken their own lives. Even so, it offers amazing views of the sea and Lake Varna, especially at sunset. The bridge was repaired in the late 1990s and is set for more improvements, including bike lanes. It's one of the most recognizable parts of Varna's skyline and a key part of everyday life. While it may not be ancient, the Asparuhov Bridge has a story of its own, and it continues to grow with each passing day. Rising high in Bulgaria's Rila Mountains, the Maritsa River begins its journey from the quiet Marichini Lakes beneath Musala Peak. It flows across Bulgaria for over 170 miles before becoming a winding border between Greece and Turkey. Known by many names, Maritsa, Evros, and Merits, this river has witnessed the rise and fall of empires. It was here in 1371 that the Ottomans defeated the Serbs at the Battle of Maritsa, changing the course of Balkan history. In modern times, the river has become a natural boundary between East and West, marking the outer edge of the European Union. It's also a path of hope and hardship for thousands of migrants, many of whom have lost their lives trying to cross it. From hydroelectric power to fertile fields, the river continues to give, even as it divides. Despite its strong currents and political weight, the Maritsa remains a lifeline for agriculture, flowing through ancient Thrace and modern cities like Plovdiv. Plovdiv, nestled between 6 hills along the Maritsa River, is the oldest continuously inhabited city in Europe. It began as a Thracian settlement, became Philippopolis under Philip of Macedon, and later thrived as the Roman city of Tremontium. The city's layered history can still be seen in its Roman theater, Ottoman mosques, and Bulgarian revival houses. Its old town feels like walking through a storybook, each turn revealing carved wood balconies or hidden courtyards. Modern Plovdiv pulses with music festivals, cafes, and creative energy, making it a European capital of culture in 2019. The city also serves as an industrial and agricultural hub, surrounded by fertile plains and vineyards. Known for its ethnic and religious tolerance, it's a place where different cultures have lived side by side for centuries. What looks like a shattered temple in the middle of a desert is actually one of Europe's most bizarre geological puzzles. Pobiti Kamani, or the Stone Forest, is made up of massive stone columns that seem to rise straight from the sand, yet no one carved or built them. For nearly 2 centuries, scientists have debated their origin, from ancient coral reefs to methane-fueled mineral formations under the sea. Modern studies reveal they were formed by hydrocarbon seeps millions of years ago, preserved like a stone memory of Earth's deep past. Spread across a dry, almost Martian-like landscape, over 350 limestone pillars tower up to 7 meters high. Some stand in tight circles, others lie broken, their hollow centers showing the strange processes that shape them. This isn't just a natural oddity, it's a geological fossil, marking an ancient underwater world that once thrived here. Today, the stone forest stands silent and surreal, a place where science meets myth under the open Bulgarian sky. From misty mountain peaks to sunlit Black Sea shores, Bulgaria holds more than just landscapes. It carries stories etched in stone, whispered through forests, and sung in village squares. Each stop offered something different, a trace of the past, a moment of calm, a glimpse into how people lived and believed long before today. It's a place that doesn't shout for attention, but leaves an impression all the same. Bulgaria doesn't try to impress, it simply shows what it is. Old and quiet in some places, alive and changing in others. And maybe that's what makes it worth seeing. No rush, no big promises, just time well spent. Thanks for traveling along. See you in the next one.